Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Mindy from Mindy's Crafts and Cash. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be making a masterboard using only stamps, and then I'm going to break it up into little pieces to use them as backgrounds on my collages. So I purchased this box of goodies from Amazon, and it comes with 3 blocks, stamping blocks, different sizes that work for all the stamps. And this is what I got. Some stamps, some numbers, tickets, more stamps and words, some little embellishments, butterfly, and writing, script, all different kinds of things to use. So the plan is that I'm going to use some of these stamps. I'm going to stamp all over this paper, and I used craft paper, which is brown, because that makes it look a lot older. And then I will just rip it up into pieces. I will ink the edges, and then I'll be able to use them as bases on my different collages. So here we go. Let's get started. I try to use each stamp that I'm going to use in 3 different places. Oh, and I'm using a VersaFine Clair, which is supposed to be very high contrast pigment ink, and you're supposed to get very good impressions with it. I purchased it recently, and I have found that to be the case. So we'll start with, what should we start with? We'll start with some of these. Okay, I'm going to find the right size stamp block. Okay, maybe we won't start with these because I have no clue how to open them. Here we go. So this is sort of an experiment. You'll be trying it along with me. And I'm going to start with this stamp, which says Par Avion, which means by airmail. I'll just put it right on the block. Now, what I like about these little blocks that came with it is they do have the lines, so you can put your stamp on nice and straight, and that helps you to stamp straight. Now, this ink I usually get all over me, so I'll probably be having to stop a few times to wipe my hands and wipe the block and wipe the stamp. Okay, it looks like I have a good coverage here. I'm going to start in the corner. We'll see how we did. Very nice. And we'll do one in the other corner. And we'll do one more towards the middle. And that one wasn't such a good impression. The problem when you're using a stamp block is if you don't get a great impression, you can't really fix it up because there's no way I'll get right back to the exact same spot. I'm just going to leave the ones I used to the side so I'll know I used them already. Now I'm going to pick a different one from here. I'm going to go with the round one. Put it on the same block. Try to get the words straight. And ink it up. Check my inking, see I missed some. There we go, and let's see how this is. Try to press all over. There we go, upside down, that's okay. Could be in all directions. Let's turn one the right side. Okay, that's good. And sometimes I like to go off the page. So we'll put one up here. And we'll give it one more over here. Okay, that's enough for that one. Put that one to the side. I like this little first class over here. You have to put it with the flat side down, the impression side up. Check my inking, all inked. Not a good impression. Let's try it off the page. Okay, fair. Not loving this stamp. I did get the word better though. Let's try one more time. That's okay. Not my favorite one. Okay, we'll try another one now. Let's try this Arrived. Gonna put that on this block. And here now we have it right side up. That's helpful. Pretty well stamped. We'll start right at the bottom here. That's good. Let's do one in the middle. Here we go. We'll do one sideways. And then we'll do one off the page. Okay. And we'll do another one in the middle. There we go. Okay, enough with that one. It's going to take me a while to put all of these back. Now I'm going to go to another set. I like this stamp. And I'm going to put that back on the square block. First, I'm going to clean it though. I just used baby wipes. These were from Costco. My friend bought a whole case, even though she's like me in her 70s, not a kid in sight, but we do use them for crafting. And she gifted me a set, and I use them all the time. They're good for your hands, and they're good for the blocks, and they're good to clean up the stamps. See the difference? The ink came right off. Okay, got that done. Now let's work with this stamp a little. I really like this one. Another project I had done, which I will do on camera, is I used all of these stamps and I stamped them on all different color paper. And then I cut them out and used them individually in my, oh, look at that nice impression. And I used them individually in my collaging. I did pink and blue, and they came out really pretty. Okay, this is a good one. We'll keep using this one. Nice. And we'll give it a little bit more over here, another one. So, what were your goals for 2024? I'm filming this on the beginning of 2024. I believe it's the 3rd. I'm retired, so I never quite know unless I ask Alexa. Alexa, what's today's date? Oh, Alexa's not talking to me today. Must have offended her. And have you kept up so far with your goals or with your resolutions? Okay, starting to look a little like something. Did that one a few times. Now, I like this cute little one, Sent with Love from Me to You. We'll use that one next. Try to get it right in the middle and not upside down. No, I missed part of it. I have it all. Let's see how I did here. I don't want to get this on anything. Okay, sent with love from me to you. Okay, here we go. That looks pretty nice. I'm not going to stamp it quite as hard. I don't want it to press out as much. Here's another one. And if I don't get all of it on, it's okay. I'm kind of going for the grungy look when I do this one. A little bit of overlap, that's fine. Let's put one down here. Okay, got that one done. Now let's do some special delivery. This is a lot of fun just stamping, and all of a sudden you end it up and you have a nice page that you could break up, and you have a lot of backgrounds to use. Get that pretty straight. Get it all on. Make sure I don't have it upside down, although I will be stamping it upside down in some places. Okay, here we go. This looks like a good spot for it. Today, after I do this video, I'll have some lunch, and then I will be off to play Mahjong, donate my money. Lately, I've been losing. And in another video, I showed how I was setting up my money for this year. So I just put $25 in a jar, and each week, if I lose, I take the money out. If I win, I put the money in. And the end of the year, we'll see if there's anything left or if I had to replenish, which could be very likely because we could lose up to $5 at a time. Usually if I lose $2 or 80 cents, or usually I don't lose the whole thing. And if I win, I could win 50 cents or 40 cents. So not that much. Okay, let's try this stamp. This stamp's going to have a lot of background to it. So this one will be easy to goof up, because if it's not inked properly and it's not pressed properly, I might have a problem. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see how it stamps. I'm going to put this foam under it. I don't have any like fun foam, but that came out of one of my stamp platforms, and it helps when you're stamping. Okay, kind of dark. I'm just going to use it one more time. Put it right over here. And that didn't come out so good. Okay, we don't like this one that much. Just wipe it down and move it along and forget that one. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, we're gonna do some tickets. So let's play with these a little bit. These are like the ones I used to make multicolors. Okay, and for this one, I'm gonna use the big block. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's see. Looks like it's pretty well inked up. And I have this under it. Put it right over here. Give it a good press. That one came out all right. And I'm going to add it over here. Actually, I'm going to do it along here. Let's see how this goes. I've had my YouTube channel for just a month now, and I have to tell you, it is so much harder than I thought to film, to sound coherent, to craft, or count money, or whatever else you're doing at the same time. I usually have very good grammar, but I find I don't on these videos. I use a lot of dangling participles. It's really much more of a challenge than I thought, but I'm really having a lot of fun with it. So if you would like, and subscribe, that would be really, really helpful in the growth of my channel. Thank you in advance. And to all of those of you who have subscribed and you're coming back again, I'm going to try to make the videos fun and add a little smush there, and add a lot of fun little things into them. So a little Giphy or Jiffy or however you say it, and text, and try to make you have a good time while you're watching my video. This one's a little long. Let's find a little shorter one. Yeah, this is a nice ticket. I haven't really shown me doing any ephemera work at all yet, but I do ephemera collages, and I make books, and a lot of fun things coming up. I have the cinch, which is a machine that you use for binding, so I purchased that quite a while ago, and I have used it quite a bit. That was a good one. I'm gonna keep using this one for a while. And I will use that to make some books. Ooh, I'm right on the edge here. This isn't going to work. Okay, let's get that on. And when this page is all done, I can photocopy it, and then I can use it more than once, which is helpful. I don't have to keep doing it. Another possibility is to start out doing it on white paper, but then photocopying it onto craft paper. Unfortunately, hold on a minute. Of course, it went upside down. Sorry about that. Of course, my printer does not like cardstock, so that is not a possibility for me. And let's give it one more over here. Go right off the edge. Didn't get that good an impression, but I will cover it going the other way, and that will make it look a little better. There, see, I hid the error. Okay, making progress. Done with that one. Let's see what else we want to use here. Still have more sheets. You get a whole lot in this kit. It wasn't that expensive. I think I'm going to put in some writing. So we'll add this in. Some script. That's very nondescript. You can't read it. And then after that, I'm going to use the butterfly a little bit. Okay. This can go right on the square one. Put that right in here. Press, that's good. A little bit upside down now, but it doesn't matter. This is very nondescript script. Is that a word? Nondescript script. Put that right in here. Don't forget, I'm just going to be ripping little pieces off as I go. Another option is to do this in brown ink. I believe I have brown archival ink to do the stamping. That makes it look even more antique-y. Get that right in the corner there. And it's time to clean my hands because I'm getting yuck all over the paper. Whoa. Look at this mess. It's fun. It's like being a little kid again. Playing. Play, play, play. The joy of retirement. What do I do all day? I play. I play in my craft room. I play on my patio. I do my diamond painting on my recliner, which is a trip. I'll show you a picture of the setup at another time. And all I do is play. Okay, cleaned up. Let's give it another go. I'll put this right in here. Okay, it's starting to fill in. Now I'm going to use the butterfly. The butterfly can live right here. I think we'll just put some wings going on right here, right off the page. And we're going to put another butterfly over here. And another butterfly off the page here a little bit. Oh, I didn't aim that well. And we'll do a sideways butterfly right over here. Okay, the page is filling up nicely. Put some more things over here in this area. Actually, I'm going to add one more butterfly right here. Actually, I wasn't getting a good impression on the side. Not sure why. But I guess I didn't ink it right. Okay, we're done with that one. Next, we will do this little bit of script. This is good for a filler. I don't even know what it says, but we will experiment with it. Let's clean the block a little bit. Okay. Funny story to tell you. On New Year's Day, my significant other wanted to take a ride to Lake Okeechobee. Lake Okeechobee is a very large lake in the middle of the state of Florida. I mean, it's probably like 1/3 the diameter of the state of Florida. I have been there, and oh, that says happy birthday. Get well soon. No, I don't want that. I had been there, and he has not. And so I always drive. I drove, and I drove, and I drove, and I drove. And I could not believe that I drove for miles and miles and miles. I didn't see a gas station. I didn't see a rest stop. I didn't see a bathroom. And I didn't see a restaurant. So finally, we get to the dam, which there were two parts. There was one a town we could have gone to, and the other was a dam. And I thought he'd find the dam more interesting and a lock. So the boats have to go, that are in Lake Okeechobee, have to go from one level down to the other level, so they have to go through a lock. So I thought that would be very interesting for him. So finally, after driving for what felt like forever, we ended up at the lock. And there's like a building on top of the lock, and I thought we could get up there and park. So I'm driving up these very narrow one-way streets. They're not even streets, they're just paths. And then I get to where I thought I was going, to the top, and I see there's a barrier, and it says, "Stop, no admittance." And on one side of me, on the left, was the canal, and it was a very steep slope. On the other side of me, on the right, was also a steep slope going into Lake Okeechobee. And my car is on this very narrow path, and I am a terrible backer-upper. So I didn't know what to do. I was afraid if I started to back up, either way, I was going to go right down into the canal or right down into the grass leading into Lake Okeechobee. So I started to have a little bit of a panic attack. And then I said, I'm going to make a U-turn. Now, there were barriers on either side and metal barriers and maybe this much room. I said, I don't care if I bang up my car. I'm not backing up. I'm not going down the hill. I didn't make a K-turn. I didn't make a Y-turn. I think I made an inchy turn. I went little bit, 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 back and forth. I actually was touching the barriers. I finally got my car turned around, and I see this people watching me. There's a guy on a motorcycle, and he gives me the thumbs up, and there's a family there, and they will give me the thumbs up, and they were all watching to see if I could do it. Well, once I finished my U-turn, I stopped to talk to the motorcycle guy who had just given me the thumbs up. He was so nice. He said, oh my God, I can't believe that you did that. And the husband from the family said, okay, now just park your car in the grass, get out, walk around. A couple of boats are coming through. You'll see them. And I said, oh, what a great idea. And I took off out of there. I wanted no further part of it. Then we decided it really was lunchtime. It was past lunchtime already, that we would keep driving until we found a place to eat. Still, no bathroom, no garage to get gas, no gas station, I should say, and no restaurants. Just land, lots of land. I can't believe where I live, it's so congested. I can't believe there's so much of that land out in Florida. So finally, we reached like a 7-Eleven or something. And I stop and I go in and I ask somebody about a restaurant. And they said, oh, just straight down the road. So we started to use our GPS. And it was like 7 miles away. And I'm driving and driving and driving. There's nothing on the road. So finally, I make a U-turn. Of course, by then I really had to go to the bathroom because this is hours already. And I was starving. It already was like 2:30 or 3. And we end up in the town of Okeechobee. That was after we made a U-turn, didn't go far enough, back and forth. It was an adventure. My boyfriend was loving it. I was ready to go home and sit at my pool. So we ended up in the town, and he didn't want to just stop at a fast food restaurant, which I basically didn't either, because this was our great adventure. But after a while, I mean, I was really getting hungry, grumpy, hangry. So we find a restaurant, Luxie's or something like that. That is not a chain. It's an individual. We walk in there, and all they have is dead animals all over, hanging all over the restaurant. And I will insert a picture. I couldn't believe it. So here I am eating with all of these dead animals. So it was pretty expensive in there. We just split like a half a chicken. Came with all kinds of sides and everything. And we kind of laughed the whole way. Once we finished our meal, we got back in the car. I put in the GPS home. I was done with all of this. But I stopped, I got gas, so I got gas, went to the bathroom, ate food. I was in a better mood. We were 90 miles from home at that point. I took the most direct route, got home, and had my day outing. My boyfriend loved it. He keeps talking about how he loved it. And all I keep thinking is, I'm so glad I'm home. And that is not something I want to do again. Okay, while I've been yapping to you, this has been coming along. Things are a little crooked. I wish they were a little bit straighter, but they are how they are. I have another ticket here. Let's see, what does it say? Day ticket. So I'm going to use that to fill in some spaces. And then we'll rip it up and we'll ink it and it'll be ready to use. I need to get a bigger piece of fun foam, which I can do. Michael's is right nearby, and they sell it for very little money. And actually, maybe $1.25 Tree sells it also. I'll have to check. One right over here. And just need to fill in this little area and these little areas, and that's done. So let us do that. So now I told him he owes me a day in a very nice restaurant and on the ocean. I don't have to, figured out I drove nearly 5 hours. It's crazy. There he is calling me. I'll get back to him soon. Okay, post down. And stick that in here. And stick one in here. Nearly finished. And nearly finished. And let's go along the edge here. One. And let's see, I need one thing for in here. Let's find a little thing. And then we'll call it, nope, almost call it done. Okay, one little thing here. I already used that day ticket. Let's see what we got. There's a little something. What is this? Let's try this. Put it on a clean block. And so when I ate with all those dead animals, and let's see, where else can we fit a little something? Over here. And put one over here. And of course over here. This is really fun to do. All you do is really make a mess. Can't make too many mistakes. Put one over here. And pretty happy with this. Now, as I said, if I want, I could go photocopy it, even just onto regular paper. It doesn't have to be onto cardstock. But if I did it onto brown paper, all I have is brown cardstock. And I'm going to do one more right over here, and only do a little bit of it. Okay. And we'll do one more over here. Okay. I am done, almost. That's the problem. You keep going at it. Okay, so this is the finished paper. And now, let's rip it up. Just gonna rip it into little pieces. I don't like all of that paper there. I'll get rid of some of that. And I have all of this to use as backgrounds on my ATC cards or my collages. All different shapes, some bigger, some smaller. Could always break it up again. See, look how cute that is. I will write about where I got this set from Amazon in the description box. It was not very expensive, and I could see I'm going to get a lot of use out of it because I really enjoy this. Okay, that's enough for now. And now I'm going to edge some of them, and they are all ready to use. I'm going to use my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. I have my, whatever you call it, foam thingy already. I'm just going to edge it. You could also edge it in black. And then look how nice this would look on the edge of a paper, or on the edge of a paper. So I've created a bunch of little pieces of paper to use on all of my ephemera, my old-fashioned collages. I like to do some modern ones, and I like to do some old-fashioned ones. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you will consider liking and subscribing this video. More videos to come. Have a great day. Keep up with your goals. Keep crafting. Keep budgeting. Keep exercising. Keep drinking your water. Keep doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. Have a great day. Bye.